Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about CA glues. Now the guys over at Starbond Adhesives were nice enough to send me a package with a few of their products so I can test out and share with you guys. So before we dig into that, I kind of want to go over what CA glues actually are. So CA glues, which are called cyanoacrylate glues, or most of us know it by the trade names super glue and crazy glue, come in three different viscosities: thin, medium, and thick. Now they also offer an accelerator which exactly does that. It accelerates the cure time, which is really nice if you're holding a piece that needs to be adhered almost instantly. You can spray it on the other piece and adhere that. Now Starbond has gone ahead and labeled all their bottles, which is really nice because I've dealt with a few other CA glues and they don't seem to label their bottles, but they usually come as like a default, a medium to thick. But again, it doesn't really say on their bottles, so it's nice that they've actually done this. So CA glues can adhere to most plastics, most metals, wood, and some fabrics like leather and that type of stuff. So let's dig in and see what each one of these can do and how we can use it in the shop. Oh, and one last thing. Before we dig into this, Starbond has been nice enough to give me a discount code to share with you guys. So if you stick around, later on in the video, I'm going to be sharing that discount code with you. Now this first test we're going to do is I'm just going to show you the different characteristics of each one of these. Now we're going to start off with the thin. So I'm going to show you here just how runny it is. So you can see how much it runs down there. And with the thin, it almost cures instantly, within a few seconds, let's say. Not instantly. But this is great if you're applying finishes to, say, pens. If you're a turner, you can put it on bowls. It'll give a very high gloss finish and a durable finish. So that's the thin. Let's move ahead to the medium. Now this is a little thicker and obviously in between the two. You can see how much slower that is. Now the cure time on this, I'm going to put it up to around 30 seconds without an accelerator. Now this medium is great for making your own fillers. So if you want to mix it with some sawdust, you can put some sawdust down. I'm going to go further into this in this video, so I'm just going to kind of run over it. But basically you can put some sawdust down, add this, mix it up, and then fill your cracks. You can also use coffee beans, ground coffee beans, or you can use different kinds of pigments, so fleck and all that. Moving on to thick. This is going to be used for filling large voids or cracks in your workpiece. Now again, you can use this to mix up your own fillers, but ideally this is for layering like big voids in your workpiece, like knots, or maybe you accidentally took a chunk out of your piece and you want to fill it. Now Starbond also offers colored, which is jet black and brown. I believe they have a bunch of different colors, but these are what they sent me. So this falls under the medium thick and medium in those colors. So when it comes to the thin CA glue, this is ideal for finishes. If you're a wood turner, you could use this. A lot of guys use it on pens, to finish pens and smaller bowls. So what this will do is give it a very high gloss finish and a hardened finish. So I'm going to show you how you can apply this. So what you want to do is take a cloth or a rag, apply it to the rag itself, and just wipe it on. Now if you're doing this on your lathe, obviously you're gonna apply it a lot better than just rubbing it on like I'm doing. but because this is the thin, it soaks in and hardens, it cures almost instantly. So you can put multiple coats on within a few minutes. So you see it's finally kind of soaking up and layering, so I can see the gloss coming through. So as you can see here, but I've just done this section here, and I've got 3 layers on this within 30 seconds. So that's just one of the applications. So if you're a wood tinner, I would say this is a must-have if you're making smaller projects like pens and all that. Now moving on to the medium CA glue. As I mentioned earlier, it's great for using as a filler. So if you want to fill a void, you can use either sawdust, color pigment, or a lot of guys use coffee grounds. Now for my demonstration, I just drilled a few holes here with my Forstner bit, and we're going to fill those with these. First hole, we're going to use some sawdust. So just fill that void, whatever you want to fill, with some sawdust. And just go through that void like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and use the color pigment. And then we'll move to the coffee grounds. And just let that soak in. And you see how much I've used there, and that's going to take a while to dry. So you can bring your accelerator over. And you can see that hardens up almost right away. So we're going to let that cure. I'm going to let this cure for a few minutes, and then we can go ahead and sand them. So I just quickly sanded it. So I'm going to go ahead and just rub a quick finish on this. This is just a rub-on polyurethane, just to show you guys how that finishes up. Now another method with this medium is you can fill voids. Now I'm going to go over to the jet black version of this. Now I just want to go ahead and fill these cracks here and apply this here. We'll actually just do half of this crack, and then we'll do the other half. Let's just do the clear right now. So I like to let it soak in a bit and then apply it again just to make sure it gets deep into that crack. And then once that is done, you can get the accelerator and just hit it like that. Let this cure for a bit and then sand it down, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's finished. So as you can see here, hopefully that focuses. We've got the black down here and then the clear up here. Now with no finish you can't really tell, but see the smooth finish there. What we've done here with this crack is now we've stabilized it, so now we can use this in our finished workpiece. Now we can move on to the thick CA glue. Now this is for large holes, as you can see here. We're going to fill this knot right here. Like before with the medium, I like to layer it in and then let it soak in. And now what you're going to do if you have very large ones, now this one is pretty deep but not too deep, you want to layer this. So you don't want to just fill it up in one go because it will take forever to cure. So what I like to do is my first layer, like I did with the medium over here, is let it soak into the grain, which will actually really stabilize that crack. Now this is pretty thick, so what I'm going to do is spray some accelerator on that. Let that cure up. As you can see here, this is the crystal clear, so you're going to be able to see right into that not when it's finished. So I'm still sitting a little low here. So the great thing about that accelerator is this is hardened now. So I can come back, apply one more layer here, just like so. We'll let that settle a bit, then we'll hit it with our accelerator. And within seconds, that's ready to sand out, and you'll be able to see right down into that. Very nice. I do a lot of pattern work, so I make patterns out of MDF, and then I put them on a piece of wood, and then on my router over here, I use a pattern bit that will follow this pattern, and I can get duplicates of that piece. So before, what I was doing is I was using double-sided tape, but I found it would actually rip the grain up off of the piece I'm working on. But as soon as I figured out what you can do with these CA glues, I've started doing it this way, which is a lot nicer. So you take some painter's tape. I just usually do a center down the middle of my workpiece. I'll do here. Now this is just quick and easy. So you have painter's tape on your workpiece, painter's tape on your template, or maybe another block you want to mark out but you don't want to glue yet. On one side of you just use a bit of glue. Now I'm using the medium. It's great for this. And now on the other side is where you spray the accelerator. So once that's on there, you line up the two pieces, you push down, and as you can see, it's stuck there. So now I can take this to my router or whatever I'm doing. I can make my marks, say, if I want to have it on my workpiece, say I'm making a bench or something, and I want to make some duplicate marks without the piece moving, or whatever you want to do. And then when I'm done, all you do is pop it off like that. Workpiece is beautiful here. Peel that up there, and then you can keep doing that. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a thing or two, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And I'd like to thank Starbond for giving me the opportunity to give you guys this review and letting me test and play around with these. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I was going to give a discount code for you guys so you can yourself buy some of their products and test it out on your projects. So that code is going to be up here, and it's going to be in the link below. It's going to be JDCD10. So when you're going to the checkout and looking through their products, make sure you put that promo code in, JDCD10, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. Obviously, you thought I was just gonna leave like that, eh? I bet you guys thought I was finished, but I'm not. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not yet, please subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos like this, how-to videos, build videos, and share with your friends. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, if you enjoyed this video, and that's basically all I have to say. Thank you, Starbond, and thank you guys for watching.